Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, homebrew D&D items for your games, and a chance to play some D&D in the Patreon community. We now have a Discord. It's just getting started, but we have some future plans coming, like events for Discord members and Patreon members. Today we're bringing to life a true classic character. From Fables, it's Bigby Wolf, or as we know him, the Big Bad Wolf. Bigby has a strange origin story. While he looks human, he really isn't. He's actually a hybrid of a wolf and elemental spirit. After the death of his mother and the abandonment by his father, Bigby was a broken child. In his darkest moments, he chose to become the Big Bad Wolf, leaving a wake of pain and destruction. Though he couldn't be the villain forever, eventually a new era began, and the Big Bad Wolf had to become something else. He is now somewhere between enforcer and protector, serving as the sheriff of Fabletown, trying to escape the past that labeled him a monster and become someone who can have his own happy ending. Bigby's unique nature has granted him several abilities. As I said, he's half beast, half elemental. As he is the son of the North Wind, Bigby can call upon powerful winds by breathing, though nowhere near a true elemental. In his true form, Bigby is a massive wolf, though he can turn his human form to become more wolf-like, granting him claws and fangs. His human form and transformative abilities are actually the result of his blood becoming tainted with werewolf blood. He didn't receive any bad qualities of this, though it turns out silver bullets do sting a bit more. Bigby may also be truly immortal. While all creatures who are considered fables do live long lives and are almost completely unkillable, Bigby is different. At some point, he was cursed by a witch to live a long life as punishment for his evil deeds. This has led Bigby to survive wounds that should have ended him. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and Monsters of the Multiverse. We'll also be diving into Xanathar's Guide to Everything and Spelljammer Adventures in Space for some spells. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so keep an eye on those minimums if you use another system. Make Strength 15, Con 14, Wisdom 13, Dex 12, Intelligence 10, and we're going to be dumping Charisma with an 8 because no one likes you, for very good reasons. Sorry, but you were the villain once, and when your people can practically live forever, they tend not to forget that. Bigby is a strange creature, half beast, half element. We got two really good options, but we're going to go with Shifter from Monsters of the Multiverse. Bestial Instincts gives you the skill Survival. Dark Vision lets you see in darkness out to 60 feet. Shifting allows you to call upon your beast side. With a bonus action, you change for 1 minute, or until it is ended by you dying or you choosing to end it willingly. This grants you temporary HP that equals 2 times your proficiency bonus. At character creation, you choose what shifted form you have and you maintain this for the rest of your character's life. For your shifted form, take Longtooth. Now, when you shift, you grow fangs that let you make an unarmed strike as a bonus action that deals 1d6 plus your strength modifier in piercing damage. You can shift a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background, place +2 into Con and +1 into Strength. For your origin feat, Tough gives you double your character level in HP, then adds +2 HP to every level after. For skills, grab Investigation and Intimidation. For your final proficiency, take Thieves' Tools as it might help you in your investigations. Level 1 Barbarians start things off with 2 skills. Take Athletics and Perception. You are proficient in all weapons, light and medium armor, shields, and the saving throw Strength and Con. Unarmored Defense gives you an AC when not wearing armor. Now your AC is 10 plus your Dex modifier plus your Con modifier. Rage begins to unleash your wolf side. Now when not wearing heavy armor, you can use your bonus action to become enraged. When enraged, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. You deal more damage with strength-based attacks, which will be +2, and you have resistance to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. You also can't cast spells or maintain them. Your rage lasts until the end of your next turn, and it will end early if you don't maintain it, you are incapacitated, or you don heavy armor. You can maintain this by using your bonus action, again, making an attack roll, or forcing an enemy to make a saving throw. You can maintain the rage for up to 10 minutes, and you have 2 rages per long rest, but you regain 1 use after a short rest. You will also be getting more uses as we level up in Barbarian. Weapon Mastery isn't used because you use Claws and Fangs, and this lets you unlock special properties of weapons you use, and you don't. Level 1 Druids start things off as a spellcaster. This is going to give you elemental abilities, but remember you can't cast spells when you use Rage. You can now cast spells. Wisdom is your spellcasting modifier. You regain all used spell slots at the end of a long rest, and you're starting off with 2 cantrips and 4 first level spells. Before we get to them, Druidic gives you a secret language of Druids. This is a magical language that only Druids can speak, and you can use it to leave secret messages for other Druids. It also gives you the spell Speak with Animals. This spell allows you to communicate with beasts for 10 minutes, but this doesn't make them smarter, it just means you can talk to them. Primal Order gives you a path for your druid to gain new abilities, and you can't use one. This is because you already have everything the order has. So for this, we're going to go with Magician. This gives you an extra cantrip and lets you add your wisdom modifier whenever you make an Arcana or Nature check for your free cantrip. Gust, found in Xanathars, unleashes some minor wind ability. Targeting something within 30 feet, you force one of 3 effects. You can force a strength save on a creature if they are a creature size category medium or smaller, pushing them back by 5 feet if they fail. You can move an object that weighs no more than 5 pounds 10 feet, or you create a harmless sensory effect like a gentle breeze. We'll get to the real huff and puff later. For your spells, Guidance lets you touch a willing creature, including yourself, and choose a skill. For 1 minute while you maintain the spell, the affected creature adds 1d4 to that skill check. Primal Savagery from Xanathars grows your claws for a single magical melee attack, dealing 1d10 acid damage on a hit. Cure Wounds heals you 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Long Strider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour, and this is not concentration, so you can cast it and you'll be under its effect if you enter Rage. Jump gives you a jump distance of 30 feet for 1 minute when you sacrifice 10 feet of your movement. Detect Poison and Disease lets you sense the location of poisons, poisonous or venomous creatures, and magical contagions within 30 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. You get 1 more spell, have fun choosing. Level 2 Druids unlock Wild Shape. Now with a bonus action, you can assume the form of a beast that you know as long as it has a CR quarter or lower, and it doesn't have a flying or swimming speed. Guess what animal you can turn into? That's right, a rat. You can also turn into a wolf, which is actually the only beast you're going to want to turn into. You can't cast spells, you gain temporary HP equal to your druid level, and you stay in this form for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, but you will return to normal form if you die, are incapacitated, or choose to end it. You can use Wild Shape 2 times per long rest, but regain 1 use at the end of a short rest. Wild Companion lets you summon a small beast to your aid. By burning a use of Wild Shape, you can cast the spell Find Familiar without using a spell slot, but this familiar only lasts until your next long rest. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 3 Druids now have access to their subclass. Circle of the Moon from the player's handbook is going to bump up the wolf within. Circle Forms increases your Wild Shape CR limitation to equal your druid level divided by 3, meaning you can now shift into a dire wolf, which is as big as we're going to be able to get. While within your Wild Shape, your AC is now 13 plus your Wisdom modifier, and your Wild Shape now gains temporary HP equal to 3 times your druid level. Circle of the Moon spells gives you more spells, but they're all moon themed, except for Cure Wounds, which you already have. These spells will always be prepared, which means you can change Cure Wounds out for something else, and these never count towards your total prepared spells. You also now have 2nd level spells. For your circle spells, Starry Wisp fires a radiant shot out to 60 feet, dealing 1d8 radiant damage on a hit, and now the target is glowing until the end of your next turn. Moonbeam calls down moonlight in a 40-foot high, 5-foot wide cylinder for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. When a creature enters the cylinder or is already there, they must make a con save or take 2d10 radiant damage. For your new spell, it's time to huff and puff. Gust of Wind unleashes elemental power of your father. You unleash a 60-foot long line of strong wind in a direction of your choosing. Each creature within the line must make a strength save or be pushed back by 15 feet. You can maintain this spell for 1 minute, and with a bonus action, you can redirect the wind in another direction of your choosing. If anyone attempts to move against the wind, it costs double movement to do so. Hey, since you no longer need to prepare Cure Wounds, let's talk about another spell you can have. Warding Wind from Xanathar surrounds you in 20-mile-an-hour winds for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. While this effect is active, the area within a 10-foot radius centered around you has the following effects. The wind deafens you and every creature within it. All unprotected flames that are torch size or smaller are put out. The area is difficult terrain. Ranged attacks against anyone within the area is at disadvantage, and all vapor, gases, and fog are dispersed. Level 4 Druids earn our first ability score improvement. Bump up strength for more attacks and damage. For your final spell, air bubbles surround you with air for 24 hours, allowing you to breathe in any environment for the duration of the spell. You also get your final cantrip here. Have fun choosing. You've hit character level 5, raise your proficiency bonus to +3. Starry Wisp and Primal Savagery now deal 2 damage dice each. Level 2 Barbarians gain Danger Sense. You now have advantage on dex saves when you aren't incapacitated. Reckless Attack lets you decide to throw caution to the wind. Before your first attack, you can give yourself advantage on all strength-based attacks until the start of your next turn, but until then, all attacks against you are also at advantage. Level 3 Barbarians now have access to their subclass. Path of the Beast from Tasha's is going to bring out the animal. Form of Beast now grants you natural weapons that you can use when you enter your rage. While your rage is activated, you choose what weapon you want and you keep it until your rage ends. For your form, since you already have fangs and you don't have a tail, go with claws. Your claws are simple melee weapons that deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier and slashing damage, and you can make an attack with both claws with a single attack action. This means you make 2 claw attacks right now, and then you can bite with a bonus action. Primal Knowledge gives you another skill and then improves several others. First, grab Nature. And now, when you use your Rage, several skills use your Strength modifier instead of their normal stats. These skills are Acrobatics, Perception, Stealth, Survival, and Intimidation. You also now have 3 Rages per long rest. Level 4 Barbarians earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Strength. You now have up to 3 weapon masteries, but like I said, you only use your teeth and claws, and your claws technically already have a weapon mastery. Level 5 Barbarians learn Extra Attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action, which means your claws now attack 3 times. Fast movement adds 10 feet to your total movement when not wearing heavy armor. Your character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 6 Beast Barbarians receive Bestial Soul. Your claws are now magical, causing them to overcome resistances to slashing damage. You also now can give yourself a new ability when you finish a short or long rest. For these abilities, you can give yourself a swimming speed equal to your walking speed and can now breathe underwater. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and you can now climb difficult surfaces without skill checks, like upside down, or you can make an athletics check to increase your jump distance once per turn. All of these are good for you, so doesn't matter which. You now have 4 rages per long rest. Level 7 Barbarians gain Feral Instinct. You now have advantage on initiative rolls. Instinctive Pounce lets you move half your total speed when you use your rage. Your character level 11, Starry Wisp and Primal Savagery now deal 3 damage dice each. Level 8 Barbarians earn another ability score improvement, Raise Con, for more health and AC. Level 9 Barbarians unlock Brutal Strike. Now when you use Reckless Attack, you can forgo having advantage on one of your strength-based attacks to instead add an effect. If you do, you add another d10 of damage and then choose one effect. You can push the target back by 15 feet and then move half your speed to move towards them without provoking attack of opportunity, or you can reduce the target speed by 15 feet until the start of your next turn. Your rage damage is increased to +3 extra damage. You've hit character level 13, bring your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 10 Beast Barbarians have Infectious Fury. Now when you hit a creature with your claws, you can curse them with your rage. They must make a wisdom save with the DC based on your con modifier or suffer 1 effects. They can take 2d12 psychic damage or must use their reaction to make 1 melee attack against a creature of your choice. You now have up to 4 weapon masteries. Level 11 Barbarians receive Relentless Rage. Now when you're using Rage and you drop to 0 HP, you can make a con save with a DC of 10. If you pass, you instead drop to a total HP equal to your Barbarian level times 2. Each time you make this save, the DC is increased by 5 and will not reset till you finish a short or long rest. Level 12 Barbarians earn another ability score improvement, Max Out Con. You now have 5 rages per long rest. Level 13 Barbarians learn Improved Brutal Strikes. You get more effects you can use with Brutal Strike. For these effects, the target has disadvantage on saving throws and can't make attacks of opportunity to the start of your next turn, or before the start of your next turn, the next attack roll against the target gains +5. You've hit character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Starry Wisp and Primal Savagery now deal 4 damage dice each. Level 14 Beast Barbarians get their final subclass feature, Call the Hunt. When you enter your rage, you choose a number of willing creatures equal to your con modifier you can see within 30 feet. You gain 5 temp HP for each creature, and each creature chosen gains a benefit. Until the rage ends, they add an extra d6 of damage to their attacks once per turn. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Level 15 Barbarians unlock Persistent Rage. When you roll initiative, you regain all used rages. You can do this once per long rest. Also, your rage now lasts for 10 minutes without needing to be maintained, and now will end early if you don heavy armor or are unconscious. Our final level is level 16 Barbarians, and you earn our final ability score improvement, but you're past character level 19, which means you can grab an epic boon. For your Boon of Fortitude is going to bump up your durability even more. First, it adds +1 to your wisdom, and then adds 40 HP to your HP max. Also, when you regain HP, like from magic, you regain more equal to your con modifier. You can do this healing bonus once per turn. To end everything out, your rage damage is now +5. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 20, Dex 12, Con 20, Intelligence 10, Wisdom 14, Charisma 8. Your total class levels are Druid 4, Barbarian 16. Let's dive in. You really are the big bad wolf. In combat, you're attacking 3 times with your claws, and then you can bite with a bonus action. All of that is dealing 1d6 plus 10 damage. You can also add effects to the attack or give yourself advantage. You can unleash strong winds that can push back your enemies, giving you more room. You can transform into multiple forms, including a giant wolf. Finally, you're not going down easily. Your total health, taking the average, is over 270 HP. You can give yourself temporary HP, can heal yourself, you're resistant to different types of damage, and even if you go down, you're automatically going to get 32 HP to keep you in the fight. Downside. Firstly, no one likes you. Your charisma is garbage for a reason, but when you're in rage, your intimidation goes from a +5 to a +11. Your wolf form is not that great when compared to your hybrid form, which isn't lore accurate, as your wolf form is your true state and you are much larger than a dire wolf, but this is D&D rules versus comic lore. Finally, you have some resource management with 7 spell slots and 5 rages per long rest. You need your rage for your good features, and your spells can't happen when you're in rage, so there's conflict there. And also, all of your wind-based spells are higher level spells, so you're going to burn the limited 2nd level spell slots. Move past your previous life and discover what you can become. I'd like to thank my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, and Daniel Saftler. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.